Okay, I just wanted to make a little rant about wing mounts before I get into the meat and potatoes of it all. Anyway, this is the subject at hand. The wing mount that's on the Outcast. Now, I don't have the one that came with the first Kraton anymore because that broke a long time ago. But this one is actually flexible. The one that was on the Kraton was some junk. But yeah, this one is flexible. Yeah, pretty flexible. I mean, I got the same one on the actual one that came on the Outcast. Yeah, this one was on the EXB. It's the same one. Yeah, they changed the material, made it a little bit more flexible. The exact same mold. Literally. It's not beefed up at all. It's just another material. But that still ain't gonna save this thing from cracking. And it cracks a lot. And it rips the ends off and all the good crazy stuff that wing mount does. Yeah, it's junk. Just plain and simple, it's junk. So, let's get that out of the way. This monstrosity is what I put on my first crate. Yeah, the monster truck that's pretty much able to jump 20 feet in the air and land on the thing and roll away from it. Yeah, it landed on this from 20 feet in the air, and as you can tell, it really, I mean, yeah, this is still 1/4 inch HDPE, but it's the white version. Yeah, the white version is a little less flexible than the black that I made that one out of. But I'll get to that later. Anyway, so I jumped the thing 20 feet in the air. It flew off the ramp at a ridiculous angle, started cartwheeling, and I just let it hit the ground. Because trying to correct that, I was going to end up tearing up some stuff. Yeah, it'll probably be ending up landing on the power and wrecking diffs and all the good stuff. So I just let it fall, and it fell on an arm and the wheelie bar, which is a skateboard truck. Anyway, yeah, it's an actual skateboard truck. Yeah, that cheap ass skateboard that's down there that came from Walmart for like 15 bucks. Yeah, I bought a bunch of them. So, yeah, that's what I got on that. But I'll get to that later again. Yeah, that's the subject of the day. Just leave stuff later. So, okay, anyway, back to this thing. Yeah, it survived, and it survived pretty damn good, but the top of it bent up from the impact. Obviously, it's just a single piece of HDPE folded over and bent to get that angle that I needed to mount on the Outcast. Well, here's that. Yeah. Exhibit B, Outcast. Exhibit A, first wing mount. So, Exhibit A, I put Exhibit A. So it pretty much bolts straight to the bottom of the chassis where it mounts to the diff and to the shock tower. Yeah, it doesn't get any simpler than that. Okay, I'm gonna just keep on rambling on trying to make this video as long as possible. So, I won't. So, what happened to this is that when it landed from 20 feet with 30 pounds of Kraton rumbling down on it, is that the wheelie bar broke. Well, yeah, the skateboard truck actually broke. And this is a metal skateboard truck. The whole thing is metal. So, yeah, it broke. Yeah, nitro circuits, good stuff. But it broke that. And of course, that's just some, it looks like that's just some pot metal, aluminum, some garbage or whatever the heck it is. So, I mean, it looks nice, but now it's pretty much unusable. Although it's still attached. I mean, this crap can break and it can still stay attached. If that breaks, you're done. Yeah, your wing is broke and your willy bar is gone and all the good stuff. It's useless. So, what can I do to improve on this? I can layer it better and shrink the size of it so it doesn't have all that extra stuff on it. In other words, yeah, I get it to where it doesn't want to have the card vertical when it's wheeling. So I came up with this. Yeah, this is like extreme beefed up version. I mean, it's in 3 layers at one point. At the point that makes the most improvement on it is obviously the rear where all the action is happening. And there's 2 layers up top. Right where that bend happened on this one. Yeah, I put 2 layers up there. And now it has pads for another couple of pieces of HDPE for the wing to actually sit. Yeah, get these bolts out. Well, considering how the wing is made, it has this stupid rib in the middle of it. So now it will sit completely flush. Yeah, as I said, completely flush on the head and mount, which is awesome. And all I gotta do is just bolt it down there. I came up with that just out of the blue. I'm like, if I have it like this, I mean, yeah. And not only that, but when I had it like that, where the bend happened was exactly where the wing was bolted to it. So obviously that's a weak spot. So yeah, because this whole thing was actually slightly bent. Not as bent as that was, but the bend was right at where the wing mount was, where the wing was bolted to the mount, which is kind of stupid. So let's not do that with this one. And let's give that wing all the support it can so it don't bend the mount. So now there's 3 layers up there too, including the pads. And I'm getting tired of this stupid lighting. And I know it's because of this damn LED I got up here. Ugh, and it's just getting worse and worse. And my God. I can just get rid of it. Oh, that's worse. Okay, I'm just gonna have to figure out how to deal with this. Oh, you gotta love this stuff. But anyway, that's completely unedited video for you. Stuff happens. So, yeah, this is my second mount. Literally just my second mount. Yeah, the first one, it worked as good as it possibly could for the design. But when something like that ends up halfway failing, you figure out that even stuff like that can have weaknesses. So, yeah, now there's another design. And for this being another design, how it works is pretty... yeah, this is gonna get messy in a second. Anyway, how it works is pretty straightforward. But what makes even more sense is to just rip it apart. See how it ticks. So, yeah, let's go on and take this apart. I mean, it can't be too hard. I mean, I even make it easy by using power tools. So I'm not sitting up here forever trying to rip this damn thing apart. So, how I have it bolted together is with regular 12.9 hex bolts, M4s, and M5s with serrated lock nuts in the bottom in both M4 and M5. It doesn't get any better, and it really doesn't get any simpler than that. For the skateboard truck, wheelie bar, whatever you want to call it, and for the top of the mount and the wing pads, if you want to call them anything. So the 4 top screws bolt straight into all 3 layers going up and into all of the layers going on the side for the M5 bolts. So let's see just how many pieces this thing ends up being. And you have to make sure part catcher blanket is still down there, because stuff is going to go flying. Because I do not want to take forever in doing this. And as long as the blanket is down, I can just easily go down there and find the stuff. Not to mention that I have a whole lot of screws. Yeah, a lot of everything. So I never actually run out of stuff. As for that, yeah, I'm gonna have to change the bit. And use some modifiers. Since I know that Geo Hex isn't going to get up in there too well to be able to catch on to that like it will right there. So oh yeah, I do have one of these over here. And it's not completely too late to use them. Just so I have some semblance of all the stuff bouncing around to. Or how much stuff I'm missing so I know what to find later on. Okay, so now we're here. Throw that down there. Hold it. Now this is a lot of holding. Come on, get out of there. And that goes bouncing away too. Awesome. Oh boy, one more. So literally the whole mount in itself is held together by 4 M4 bolts and 4 M5 bolts. Look at that out rather easily. These won't. That's the quirky angle I got them in. And obviously the M5s are different lengths. The M4s are the same lengths. I think this is like a 25 millimeter. Yeah, this is a 25 millimeter M4. While this, let's see. Yeah, they are 2 different lengths. Yeah, one is, let's see, that's a 25. Okay, so this is a 35 and this is a 40. Or they might be a 30 and a 35, I don't know. Can't really tell. But because they are different lengths, the top is going down at an angle, because if I put it straight through, it would want to be in a really bad angle to try to grab it. So I put it in at an angle so it's pointed down, so the bolt can actually be, you know, fastened by the lock nut. While this one is going straight in. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. So anyway, that's the truck, and now we have all our pieces. Yeah, this is the bottom. This is the middle, and this is the inside piece. Oh boy. Now I will make all these pieces in another video. I just need to get this thing apart to just show what the heck is going on with it. And we have the little pads. Oh, that washer wants to get stuck for the top. So the thing is actually 5 pieces. 6 if you include the truck. And this definitely does make for a bulletproof wing mount. I mean, when it comes down to it, this one really wasn't layered that well. And as you can see, I kind of screwed it up, so I just started attaching stuff to it to make it work. Yeah, there was no planning involved when it came to that. I just wanted to make something that worked. This one, yeah, I wanted to plan it out just a little bit more. I thought about putting a second piece down here to double this up, just extend this and make it have the same angle and slope down and bolt to the depths just like this piece does. But I didn't want to have, and I'm going to use my lovely outcast carcass as an example, I didn't want all of this stuff down there. I mean, that would have been 2 layers of this mess. That would have just been too thick. I mean, it would have been dragging and dragging and dragging down the ground after some point. So 1 layer is good enough. Yeah, this stuff isn't gonna just claw its way to nothing. I mean, as you can see, I have this thing on there for over a year, and it's still the same thickness. So, yeah, it survived for over a year. It's kind of crazy because I didn't land on this thing I don't know how many times. I never land on it from 20 feet up. So, yeah, 20 feet kills stuff. You want to jump your crate, your 30-pound crate 20, 30 feet in the air and have it fall on stuff that it wasn't meant to land on, yeah, it's going to break some stuff. So, there you go. Maybe I won't completely destroy this thing. And yeah, this stuff can... I used benzene... I'm tired from work. A benzo torch just to heat this up, just enough that you can see the difference between the 2 areas. That's when I know that it's ready to bend. When it starts to malform just a tiny bit, you know you're golden. So get it to that angle, keep it there for a good minute, just like that. Keep it at the angle for a minute, and I'm gonna actually do all of that. I need to make 2 more of these things for this sucker and the other Kraton. I made this one for the EXB. Yeah, so all 3 of them are gonna have it. Yeah, and I have plenty of HDPE. Yeah, this stuff is absolutely insane. Yeah, I bought. Yeah, it comes just like this. The sheet is 12 by 24. And you can get like it comes with 5 sheets. You can get them on Amazon for like 45 bucks. Yeah, that's possibly like the best purchase I've made for any kind of RC part. I mean, I'll come over here to see just kind of what can you do with this stuff. If I can get this thing over here. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, this is a chassis skid, all integrated, multiple pieces, all bolted together for my sin. Yeah. And Mr. Sin is looking awesome. But that's just another RC that I've been whipped up. Okay, so I got a bit of a mess here, and this video has gone on long enough.